What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I woke up this morning and I saw this little bit of news going around a couple of different places, and it's more so the implications of the story rather than what the straight story is. So I'm gonna get straight into it anyway. It turns out that PT, which is supposedly stands for playable teaser, who knows at this point because it's Kojima slash Konami style stuff. But apparently it's going to be pulled from the PlayStation Network on Wednesday. Now, for those of you who don't know, PT is basically, a playable teaser, aka like a reveal demo for the new Silent Hills game. It's mainly directed by Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima, as well as stars Norman Reedus from, say, The Walking Dead and The Boondock Saints. Now, the main... Okay, yeah, it's going to be removed from the PlayStation Network, fair enough. So, that's the straight story. Now, the implications behind it would be, because Kojima has now, we'll say, departed Konami, but earlier this month, Konami actually removed all of Kojima's affiliative links, names, all logos, all that kind of stuff. It was all removed from the PT and Silent Hills footage and site and anywhere that the game could be, anywhere that had the game anything to do with it, or the demo, whatever you want to call it. So the implication is that it could be cancelled, or it could be undergoing I won't really call it a major reboot, but a major development change or something like that. But here, if you go onto the official PT slash Silent Hills website, it actually plainly states that the distribution period of PT, and then in brackets says playable teaser, on PlayStation Store will expire on Wednesday, April 29th, 2015. So yeah, 3 days from now, Silent Hill, or PT slash Silent Hills, will be off the PlayStation Network. Now, I still have it downloaded. I decided that I recorded footage using that and just put it in on the video. So the main, like I said a minute ago, the main implication is that it could potentially be cancelled or undergoing a huge development change. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing or a good thing? Depending on who you talk to and your opinion on Kojima and Konami, it could be a bad thing or a good thing. Personally, for me, I think if it was to undergo a major development restructure and restart, if you will, rather than reboot, I think it would be, for me at least, in my opinion, it would be a good thing, because I know I've said it before that as I do know Kojima makes a lot of high quality games, but with the way he does things and the reason why he does them and the style he does them in, I don't think it would be a good fit for Silent Hills, or Silent Hill, whatever you want. I just call it Silent Hills. Mainly because of, I don't feel like his style would be appropriate for Silent Hills. But that's just me. Now, if you were to hand it over to basically just Guillermo del Toro, that'd be fantastic. Maybe maybe he wouldn't want to do it explicitly himself, because he's a movie director rather than a game director, and I'm sure there are parts of that cross over between each other, but I'm sure there are parts of it that don't. So maybe they do need someone with game direction experience, maybe to work with Guillermo del Toro if that's the way they were going to proceed. But I'm a huge fan of the Silent Hill series. I mean, the Silent Hill 1 and 2 are some of the greatest horror games ever made. Possibly Silent Hill 2 is possibly the number one horror game ever made. Now, it's been way too long since I played Silent Hill 1 again, but I do remember that it was pretty much excellent, and I just can't remember how the individual parts stack compared to 2. But ever since Silent Hill 4, depending on how you look at it, that's my opinion anyway, ever since halfway through Silent Hill 4, the series has gone downhill. But yeah, I mean, shit happens. So it could be nice for a proper reboot and all. I mean, you're seeing the footage right now of PT. It's very different. This specific demo, at least, it's kind of, I won't call it random, but I mean it's very cryptic, which yes is very Kojima style. But the problem is it seems to be random, and I won't say randomly cryptic, and just it seems to be obtuse just for the sake of being obtuse because it's Kojima. So at least that's my opinion, because he had something to do with the actual PT Silent Hills teaser demo. So I'm putting that down to him, at least on that front. But the main reason that it's so weird in this specific instance is that a lot of people have finished the PT trailer demo. I'm just gonna call it PT for now because I'm getting sick of this. So a lot of people have finished PT, and there's no solid consensus on how. A lot of people have finished it by complete random and just complete happenstance. Now, I've personally never finished. As you see in this footage, I'm pretty much almost stuck in the entire the same space each fucking time, and I can't seem to get around it. Now, okay, it's first thing in the morning. Like it's what is it? It's 8:30 in the morning. So by the time I recorded this footage, it was like 6:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was fairly out of it, and maybe I overlooked something that was right in front of me, but it seems to be random, or at least convoluted just for the sake of Kojima's style, which I'm not complaining. I'm not saying, oh, it's too hard or anything like that. I mean, if anything, I think games are too easy these days. But it's just that it feels like it's Kojima for the sake of being Kojima, which is what I was talking about a few minutes ago on how I think it's a positive thing if the game were to have him removed and start from scratch with a new development overhead and team and cycle and all that. So it's very much down to personal opinion. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the new Silent Hill game, or if it doesn't happen with the new Silent Hill game, if you will, because I'm a big fan of the majority, of half the series. So I want to see what happens. Hopefully it brings Silent Hill back to the level of quality that it used to be at, from say anywhere between Silent Hill 1 to halfway through Silent Hill 4, or even to an extent the first PSP game. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't Shattered Memories. It was the actual first PSP one. So it was a decent game anyway, as the Silent Hill series go, and compared to some of the newer games in the series, it was just much better than them. So let me know in the comment section below about your whole theories behind anything Kojima related and Silent Hill related that cross over together. I mean, do you think it'd be a good thing or a bad thing if he was to go? What do you think would happen to it? I'm sure there's more stuff that I just can't think of. So let me know all that stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter. And I was actually, before I sign off the end of this video, I would recommend downloading PT if you have the chance, because this way it can just stay on your hard drive in case something happens down the line, or you want to try it out down the line, or show off if there's a major development change when if the game actually does come out, and you can just show people and look back yourself on what it used to be like versus what the finished product is. So just make sure you do that anyway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.